All of them have beautiful eyes. While alive, all their scales are worthy of being worn on women's dresses, on their ears, on their chests. What are diamonds, rubies, agates, emeralds compared to them? If only it were possible for ladies to attend balls adorned with the shimmering, iridescent colours of live fishbacks. Fishermen would become millionaires, and fish would gain glory and honour. Unfortunately, the moment they die, their shine fades. The glitter on a fish's back turns into something like the sad look of a distressed infant. The fish whose death I will tell you about has none of those glittering iridescent scales. In fact, the poor creature has no scales at all. It is slightly brownish with a faint, unclear green tint. It is the ugliest of all fish. Its mouth is huge, white, toothless, and as transparent as nylon. The moment it is taken out of the water, it opens a span wide, and once opened, it never closes again. Its body, did I say, is dirty-looking and brownish? Did I say it is completely flat? And right in the middle, on both sides, there are two dark spots that look like thumbprints. Did I mention that? This fish, which Greek fishermen call chrysopsaros, Christ's fish, was once a terrifying sea monster. Before the birth of Christ, it struck terror across the Mediterranean. Woe to any Phoenician who fell into the sea. The number of Carthaginian galleys and Israelite fishing boats it overturned was countless. It would cut, chop, slice, spur, pierce, tear, rip, and scatter. Even the boldest pirates of the Mediterranean, fearless of man, beast, storm, lightning, rain, disaster, or torture, would turn pale at the name of the John Dory. One day, while Jesus was walking along the seashore, he saw fishermen abandon their boats and flee in great fear. "What's happening?" he asked. "Oh Lord," said the fisherman, "mercy, mercy from this monster. It shattered our boats and tore our friends apart. Worst of all, we can no longer catch fish. We are starving." Jesus, barefoot and bareheaded, walked toward the sea, where hundreds of John Dory fish were swarming. He grabbed the largest one with his long-fingered hands, lifted it from the water, held it tightly between his thumbs, leaned in, and whispered something into its ear. From that day to this, the John Dory has been a creature frightening in appearance, yet gentle and meek in nature. Many parts of its body bear protrusions resembling nails, hammers, crooked tools, pincers, saws, files, half bone, half thorn. The name John Dory must have come from these. All these tools are surrounded by a thin, embroidered membrane that looks like transparent nylon. Toward the tail, this membrane thickens slightly, darkens, and takes the shape of a fishtail. Once caught on a hook, it sulks and turns away from the world, from the waters. Who knows what fear it falls into? For it, the world becomes empty. Even if it escapes the hook, it is of no use. It lies flat on the water's surface and looks at you sorrowfully with its large eyes. When you take it into the boat, you can hear its voice for minutes. Yes, its voice. Only it and the gurnard emit that sad, sigh-like cry from time to time until they die in the boat. Let its delicate membrane touch the nets once. This is the mark of its sulking, the John Dory's nature. One day I saw a John Dory hanging from a branch of the acacia tree in front of the fisherman's cafe, an acacia whose blossoms were half red, half white. At first, its colour was the same brownish shade as when it had left the sea. There was no movement in its body. It was lifeless as stone. Only the thin, silky membranes around its tools fluttered and quivered. I had never seen such emotion. Yes, this was a dance of an invisible breeze within. There was no tremor in the body itself, only those membranes trembled sweetly with a delightful shiver. At first sight, one might think it was amusing, pleasant, but in truth, it was a dance of death. It was as if the soul of the John Dory was leaving through those delicate membranes bit by bit. It filled one with pleasure, with happiness. Yet, considering the fish was dying, one tried not to take it that way. Perhaps this lovely trembling could even be interpreted as a faint sadness. But no, it was death. Maybe the fish still imagined itself deep in the water, its belly full, its back strong. Evening has come. The sands of the sea floor tickle. Below, the female eggs, above, the male sperm drift and sway. Its body is caught in a moment of passion. Suddenly, I saw something terrible. The fish slowly began to pale, to lose its colour, to turn completely white. Was it my imagination? Was it really losing its colour? I needed no closer look. I realised I was not mistaken. The membranes around its edges quivered faster, and the fish became whiter with each passing second. I felt the fear filling the heart of the John Dory. It was a fear we all know, the fear of death. At last it understood everything. The world of the deep seas had ended. No more leaving its flat body to the currents. No more burying itself among dark waters and dark green seaweed. No more waking suddenly in the cool light that descends from above in the mornings. No more wagging its tail in the blue and green play of the day. No more darting upward. No more resting on living seaweed. No more letting its tools brush against the shells in the currents. Everything was over. The John Dory's dying takes a long time, as though it is trying to get used to this gas we call air. I even felt as if, with a bit of effort, it might actually manage to adapt. If this 2-hour dying process were extended to 4 hours, 4 to 8, 8 to 24, then perhaps we would find the John Dory living among us, busy with some task. The day we accustom it to our atmosphere, our water, we will celebrate. Proud of having brought into our hands a creature terrifying in appearance, yet sulking, calm, timid, sensitive, good-hearted and soft-eyed, we will do everything we can to hurt it. It will be bewildered. At first, endure it. We will turn it into a poet, offended, misunderstood. One day we will mock its sensitivity, the next its affection, the third its timidity, its calmness, until it becomes utterly miserable. We will tear away everything beautiful inside it, one by one. Bitterly grinning, it will scrape away the thumbprint marks Jesus left on its sides, along with its spurs, pincers, file, saw and axe. It will regain its monstrous form from ancient times. Once it adapts to our air, God help it, we will seize every opportunity to turn it back into a monster.